Going to talk about this angel that you guys see on my screen. This story is coming out of Maryland. Maryland has produced, even though it's a small state, has produced some of the worst stories that you ever want to hear. So you want to brace yourselves for this, all right? But I'm getting this from Law and Crime. Shout out to Law and Crime. Let's get into the details. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And again, one of my favorite sources for news is Law and Crime. So shout out to Law and Crime and their channel. Y'all sub to them on YouTube. They do an amazing job. A Maryland woman is behind bars for the strangulation death of her 11-year-old daughter. The strangulation death of her 11-year-old princess. Her 11-year-old black princess, soon to be black queen. This angel right here on my screen. And this is after previously killing the family's pets. She killed the family's pets in order to prove a point. And she did this to frighten the little girl. And she ended up killing the little girl. Ain't that just about as dumb gets? These people go above and beyond stupid. Like, what level of parenting is that? Like, you can't be that GD dumb. Like, you can't be that effing dumb. But you know what? When you look at this person with the neck tattoos and this slower than molasses looking face right here, I'm like, you know what? I can believe it because this woman literally looks like she didn't finish kindergarten in the face. Like, this woman literally looks like, I don't know. Her name is Kiana Dillon, 34 years old allegedly, and she stands accused of one count of murder in the first degree, which means that was premeditated. And that's out of Baltimore County Police Department. The allegations against the mother of four, let me say that again. Wow. Oh my God. She's got a beautiful little girl. She probably got other beautiful kids, but she literally looks like a dude. Hey, dude. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that show they used to play on Nickelodeon? Hey, dude. Hey, dude. She looks like a dude. Hey, dude. Y'all gonna have to look that up. Google search it. Look it up on YouTube. You can finally find it. But I swear that looks like your normal, typical homeboy. Like, yo, what up, my dude? What's happening with your dog? Nut, just chilling. About to go scratch my nuts and go hang out with the homeboys. Go shoot some hoops and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? About to go holler at some bitches tonight. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I got you, my nigga. I got you too, bro. All right, bro. Holler at you later. Much love, man. Peace, homie. Peace. That's her. And somebody got that pregnant 4 times. You sons of bitches are nasty. You little nasty men out there. Y'all are just disgusting. But that little girl is beautiful, though. I ain't gonna lie. Beautiful little girl. The defendant was arrested on Thursday after she went to a neighbor's home in Middle River. A census, and I'm sorry, I'm so silly, y'all. Y'all don't laugh at me. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. A census-designated place and part of the broader Baltimore metro area. There, Dillon allegedly said her daughter, by the name of London Olsen, Olsen, who was 11 years old, was dead in the family's basement. Just before noon that day, officers arrived in response to a 911 call about a cardiac arrest. According to charging documents obtained by the Baltimore Banner and Baltimore-based NBC affiliate WBAL. Inside the house of the Firethorn Road, the little girl was found with blood around her mouth and bruises all over her body. Officers described finding a ligature mark on the child's neck as well as blood on the floor near her body, according to Baltimore-based affiliate WBFF. Police believe a plastic drain cleaner was used to strangle London, strangle her own child. The defendant is said to have acted erratically when questioned about the child's death, according to law enforcement. Kiana Dillon was transported to BCOPD headquarters to be interviewed, which at the time she continued to display erratic behavior, including exclamations about exposing child sex rings, trannies, I'm going to just say trannies, I'm not going to say that, and the Proud Boys. A statement of probable cause reads, Kiana acted erratically and made statements about groups trying to set her up. Later, the narrative surrounding the girl's death became clearer. But let me say this. She's trying to set herself up to get off on a mentally incompetent charge. And I think here's what y'all should do in the courts in that area. Sentence her to life in prison. And that's the end of it. We don't need her in society ever again, and we sure don't need her to be affecting her kids or have even the thought that she could get out and affect her offspring ever again. Give her a life sentence. Never let her see the light of day. Just punish it. That's just the end of it. Here's the narrative. She believes that her 11-year-old daughter has been having sexual relations with the father of her 3 children. Oh my God. Jealousy. That would make this premeditated. 100%. 11-year-old girl, and y'all have heard me talk about this, and shout out to Tommy because Tommy has talked about this ever since I've been watching his channel, since the beginning days of YouTube. These women being jealous of their daughters because their daughters are a much younger, untainted version of themselves, and it drives them to insanity and makes them insecure, and they end up hating their daughters. And many times, children end up getting kicked out way too young from their households because they can't live under their mother's roof, because their mothers are jealous and will hurt them, argue with them, and even in some cases will kill their kids. For the love of a man, women will kill their own daughters for the love of a man. These women will strangle their own daughters for the love of a man. She believes that her 11-year-old daughter had been having sexual relations with the father of her other 3 children, which means that this girl has a different father. That means that there are multiple children's fathers involved with this one woman. Detectives did not find any evidence. They did not find any evidence that Olsen was the victim of any type of sexual abuse. And it should also be noted that detectives did not find any evidence of forced entry into the house, nor had there been anyone else in the house or other than Kiana Dillon and her other children, including London Olsen, this angel. Officers also found 4 dead pets inside the house. This just further adds insult to injury. Listen at this. 1 dead dog, 1 dead rabbit, 2 dead cats, 1 dead 11-year-old innocent angel. A black princess who would have grown up to be a black queen, but that black queen was cut down by her black, stupid a-hole of a mother. The mother, Dillon, admitted killing the animals to threaten London about what would happen to her if she didn't tell the truth about the contrived relationship with the girl's father, and that's according to what police said. In a police interview, the defendant's 5-year-old daughter confirmed that she saw her mother use a hammer and her knee to kill the family's pets the night before the murder. The 5-year-old also allegedly says she saw her mother choking London in the basement. At the bail hearing on Friday, the defendant made several claims and demands. She said, and I quote, "I'm representing myself. Y'all violated my rights. I'm an indigenous sovereign of the land. You collected DNA without my permission. You are violating my rights." She turned down legal aid. "I do not want to be represented by a public defender. I want to represent myself." She's trying to get off on an insanity charge and that she's not competent, and she's hoping that it'll turn this case upside down. So I hope they don't mess this up. The judge overseeing the matter concluded the hearing by ordering a mental evaluation. In a Facebook post, the dead girl's aunt relayed a frustrating story about calling child welfare authorities for help for days after allegedly noticing increasingly alarming behavior exhibited by the mother Dylan in the days before the killing. And what did they do? They probably deemed it that it was unsubstantiated, like they do too many times. Yeah, she says she's a sovereign. What the? She can't even spell sovereign. I guarantee you challenge her to a $100 challenge, I bet you she couldn't spell sovereign. She says, and I quote, "I made numerous calls to local agencies and was repeatedly rerouted," the girl's aunt wrote. On January 22nd of 2025, someone within Child Protective Services finally assisted in initiating a welfare check. Tragically, it was too late. London was found the following day. "I am reaching out to you to help shed light on this matter. I'm seeking to understand why immediate action was not taken despite clear signs of a crisis and my repeated efforts to secure help. My niece's death might have been prevented had intervention occurred sooner." Now, the defendant is being detained without bond at the Baltimore County Detention Center. And again, mental evaluation, my behind. All she needs is a life sentence. That's the only way that you make this right.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
And I appreciate y'all saying that in the chat. Somebody said, what about the little girl's rights? While this woman is worried about her rights, but that shows her mentality that she's selfish. She needs a murder charge, and that should stand. And that should go all the way through without a problem. I don't give a damn what her mental state is. Who cares? Do me a favor and make this story go viral. That would be awesome. But please share the stories in your favorite true crime groups. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment. We'll interact. We'll talk about this. Let me know what you guys think honestly about this. All right? Here we go.
A Baltimore County mother is facing charges in connection with the killing of her 11-year-old daughter. According to police, 34-year-old Kiana Dillon is charged with first-degree murder.
Tonight, Fox 45 News is delving into the charging documents as disturbing details are coming to light. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala. Let's go straight to Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor. She joins us live after the suspect's first court appearance today as her family is speaking out. Rebecca.
Yeah, Mary and Kai, I spoke with family members off camera today. They tell me that the mother in this case, that she was in the midst of a psychotic break, and today in court, a judge did order that her mental health be evaluated. Now, as you said again, the details of this incident, they are disturbing, but the family also adds.
Okay, and you are right. And I did not have the latest article. Somebody in the chat caught it. Thank you for catching that. We have a big update. This is coming from CBSNews.com. Thank you for the article. I'll see if I can show y'all some of this. So we're finding this in real time. I just looked this up. So whoever that said that in the chat, who was that said that? Thank you, Rachel Burton. We can look at this together. A Maryland mother charged with the murder of her 11-year-old daughter has been found incompetent to stand trial. Ain't that a bitch? So she acted crazy and she got what she wanted. This is as of March the 3rd, 2025, 7:05 p.m. That was 3 days ago this was updated. She has been found, and I repeat, she has been found incompetent to stand trial, according to Baltimore County State's Attorney's Office. So this is a time when I needed to do a little more due diligence and find the latest article. So thank you in the chat for helping me with that. Kiana Dillon, 34 years old, of Middle River, was deemed unfit to stand trial during a competency hearing on Monday. Dillon was charged in January after police alleged that she killed her children's 4 pets before she choked and strangled her daughter, London Olson. Authorities say here's how she got off. Authorities said Dillon displayed erratic behavior, refusing to be interviewed by detectives and making unsubstantiated claims about exposing child sex rings and other unrelated groups. Dillon was initially held without bail pending the evaluation of her competency to stand trial after displaying similar concerning behavior in court. Now, according to court documents, Dillon says she was in fear that London was having sexual relations with Kiana's other children's father. Despite these allegations, police found no evidence of sexual abuse or forced entry during their investigation. What justice did we get? We lost. We don't get any justice. We lost. She's incompetent. We lost.
So were the warnings and calls for help that they believe went ignored.
Just a few months ago, captured on a relative's cell phone during their family's Thanksgiving celebration. 11-year-old London Wilson, dancing, laughing, and full of life. The once carefree moment, now a heart-wrenching memory.
The child should be in the basement.
Thursday, police responding to reports of a child in cardiac arrest. When they arrived at the family's Middle River home, London was found dead in the basement.
Not conscious, not breathing.
The girl's mother, 34-year-old Kiana Dillon, now charged with her murder. According to charging documents, investigators finding bruises on London's neck and arms, as well as blood around her mouth, nose, and hands. They also found a plastic drain cleaner on the floor that they believe Dillon used to strangle her daughter. When interviewing Dillon, detectives claim she was acting erratically and said groups of people were trying to set her up. She also believed London was in a relationship with the child's father and admitting to killing 4 of the family's pets to show her daughter what would happen to her if she didn't tell the truth. During Dillon's bail review hearing, the erratic behavior continuing. She demanded to represent herself in court and shouted fictitious law numbers at the judge. After denying bail, the judge appointing Dillon a public attorney and ordering a competency evaluation. Behind the scenes, the victim's aunt speaking out on social media, saying in the days leading up to the incident, Dillon exhibited alarming behavior, such as sharing disoriented and concerning messages on Facebook. The aunt claiming she made numerous calls to local agencies, but was repeatedly rerouted. Maryland's Department of Human Services claiming privacy laws prevent them from commenting on the case, while police claim they never received any calls. However, Dillon's criminal history is extensive. In 2005, when she was just 15 years old, she was convicted of attempted murder. In 2018, convicted of second-degree assault. And in 2021, accused of harassment and threatening to commit arson. The accuser writing in their complaint, Dillon has a very violent past and is still violent.
And she got to keep her kids after all of that? Wow. Yeah, she completely beat the system and knew how to just play crazy. Y'all hear that? Let me back that up. Let y'all hear this one more time all the things she's been accused of and the stuff that she's done. Listen to this.
After denying bail, the judge appointing Dillon a public attorney and ordering a competency evaluation. Behind the scenes, the victim's aunt speaking out on social media, saying in the days leading up to the incident, Dillon exhibited alarming behavior, such as sharing disoriented and concerning messages on Facebook. The aunt claiming she made numerous calls to local agencies, but was repeatedly rerouted. Maryland's Department of Human Services claiming privacy laws prevent them from commenting on the case, while police claim they never received any calls. However, Dillon's criminal history is extensive. In 2005, when she was just 15 years old, she was convicted of attempted murder. In 2018, convicted of second-degree assault. And in 2021, accused of harassment and threatening to commit arson. The accuser writing in their complaint, Dillon has a very violent past and is still violent. She is a threat to society and a threat to me, my children, and grandchild. Dillon never showing in court, sparking a warrant for her arrest in 2022. Years later, Baltimore County Police never serving it. A police spokesperson claiming no fixed address and a misspelling of the defendant's name delayed the process. Fox 45 following up, asking if 2 years is an acceptable delay and if police believe they could have done more to protect this child. Those questions going ignored.
Now, another piece to this puzzle this evening. Family members, they tell me that London was missing from school for quite some time. Additionally, sources tell us that London and her mother, they were both seen at the ER at the University of Maryland Hospital this week. However, despite concerns being raised from nurses and doctors, I'm told security did not detain them. Baltimore County Schools and the hospital both saying tonight that they can't comment on this case due to HIPAA laws. Meanwhile, tonight the state medical examiner has done an autopsy and they've determined that London's death is indeed a homicide.
Good evening and welcome into WMAR2 News at 5. I'm Kelly Swoop. A Baltimore County woman faces murder charges after police discover the body of her 11-year-old daughter in the basement of their home. As WMAR2 News' Jeff Hager reports, court records describe the suspect's bizarre suspicions that allegedly drove her to kill.
A lone stuffed animal placed on the front fence of the home on Firethorn Road in Middle River in memory of 11-year-old London Olson, who police say died at her mother's hand.
I seen a forensic unit, a crime scene unit, and my neighbor was telling me that they seen somebody taking out a body.
Police received a tip on Thursday that led to the discovery.
A neighbor had received information that a young child was deceased next door. When police arrived, they located the 11-year-old deceased inside of the residence.
According to court records, the victim's mother, 34-year-old Kiana Dillon, suspected her daughter had sexual relations with the father of her other 3 children, who also lived in the home. When London denied the unfounded allegation, the mother used a hammer to kill the family pets in the kitchen and later strangled her daughter with a spiked plastic object used to unclog drains. Dillon had reported that London had been raped earlier this week.
Police were actually called to the location a few days prior, but this was in reference to an assault that may have occurred, but our officers weren't able to determine if there was any validity to that crime.
Dillon appeared via closed-circuit television for a bail review on Friday, which was postponed after she launched into a nonsensical rant about her rights being violated and insisted she didn't want a lawyer. Ultimately, the judge ruled that she'd appoint a public defender to represent Dillon, and she's being held with no bond. Reporting in Baltimore County, Jeff Hager, WMAR 2 News.
A mother in Baltimore County is now charged with first-degree murder in connection with the death of her 11-year-old daughter. Baltimore County police have arrested 34-year-old Kiana Dillon. They tell us her daughter's body was found inside the home on Firethorn Road around noon Thursday. We're also told 3 additional children were found in the home. They were unharmed. Dillon's facing first-degree murder charges and is being held without bond. Barry Sims will be at Dillon's bail review this afternoon and will bring us the latest tonight on 11 News at 4, 5, and 6.
And now we get an update, official update, that she's been found incompetent. And what level of punishment is she going to get for that? God only knows, but she should not. She is a danger to society and everybody around. Like, she shouldn't even be able to be out. There is no rehabilitation for somebody like this. And this baby did not and will not get justice, nor will her siblings. Princess, look, we apologize. The system failed you. R.I.P. R.I.P. Thank y'all for listening so much to this story. If there's more to report on this, we'll definitely make sure that you guys know. But again, London, her name is London Olsen, is not going to see justice. And her mother, alleged mother, this damn demon, is not going to get punished properly. She played the system. She gambled and she won. Playing crazy. Let me know what you guys think. Y'all think she played crazy? Y'all think the system got it wrong? Do y'all think they got it right? Do y'all believe that mental illness should be an excuse to be able to get off on the full brunt of the law for stuff that you do to your kids, innocent little kids, but you got to be a parent all this time and having a long history, a long criminal, violent history, and still got to be a parent? Every bit of that is all wrong. But thank you guys so much for listening. Let me know what you guys think and share this in your favorite true crime groups, okay? Thank you.